Hey guys, hi, this is me, Sona Singh. Well, February 2021, a lot of things are kind of happening around. People are claiming someone is right, someone is wrong. And I hope you read the title, Am I Asking the Right Question? So I hope right now, living in India or anywhere else, you have been asking questions. This was a tough year. The COVID pandemic, unlike of which we haven't seen in 100 years, I guess. And well, there were riots, there were dharnas, there were a lot of turbulent things that happened. And have, we have been fed a lot of information. He's wrong, he's right, I'm correct, right? I'm doing this because God, because of religion. So people have started a lot of battles in the name of God, in the name of religion. So I think I want to know, did God say this? Or it's just the people who are proclaiming God said this. So what I started doing was I started reading Gita. So, and I said, why not share this perspective that I personally developed with you people. So this is the very first video in the series, and I'll start right on with the chapter 1 verse 1 and how it applies to the world around me. According to me, again, this is what I believe, I feel, this is what I could learn from it. So if you need a little bit of context, I'll leave a description for the intro video of the same series. So let's go to chapter 1 verse 1. By the way, I hope you read the title. Am I asking the right question? So I hope this helps you sort and find out if you're asking the right question. So Dhritarashtra Uvach means Dhritarashtra says, Dharmkshetre Kurukshetre, in the Dharmkshetra of Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is the name of a place where the battle of Mahabharata was fought for 18 days. He calls him Dharmkshetre. Samveta Yuyutsva Mamaka Pandava Shreva Kim Kurvat Sanjay. So he asks his very trusted Sanjay that in the Dharmkshetra of Kurukshetra, with the desire to fight, what are my sons and Pandu's sons, Mamaka, Pandava, Shave, uh, doing? So, if you see, this very verse itself proposes the contrast of perspectives. Now, Kurukshetra is described as a Dharmashetra. Now, if you go to the history, they will say one of the ancestor of the Kuru Raj sowed seeds of virtues and stuff. Okay, I get that. But what's the modern perspective? It's Dharmashetra because the war is being fought for dharma, not just for who is right. So you read a lot of messages, you read a lot of memes, and you say that Mahabharata was fought because of what Draupadi said, Mahabharata was fought because of what this guy said, what because of Krishna. But the first line itself opens up, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra. It was not fought for who, it was fought for what. What is right? So he knows that in this battle, it's a battle for dharma, for the rightful thing. But again, he's maligned by his own perspective. He says, Mamaka Pandavashray. So he says, my sons and Pandu's sons, what are they doing there? So even though he was blind, but his blindness is not just of the eyes, his blindness is also of the mind. He cannot differentiate, he did differentiate between his sons and Pandu's sons, even though they are his brother's sons. So he has built a boundary, the boundary of moh or attachment with his sons, and he thinks, and he's using this to justify whatever their actions were, right? And that is what led to the war in the first place. If he had corrected them the very first instant that they went wrong, this war would not be happening. But he did not. Every time they did a mistake, they were his sons. Look around. This is what you are being told, I think, right? My religion, my culture, my book. Who said it's yours? It's everyone's, right? So there's no my. It is what is, it is what it is not. So I think when we ask who is right, that is the first mistake we made. We should ask what is right. The great battle of Mahabharata was not fought for who, it was fought for what. So if you're asking the question, if he or she or us or they are right, there is no he or she or us or they. It's what. It's a singular what. What is being done, is it right or wrong? Do not include this what with who. Doesn't matter who is doing the what, that doesn't make it right. If someone picks up a lathi and starts pushing, just because he's wearing a particular color doesn't make it right. Right? So it's always about what. Right now, a lot of things are floating around, a lot of emotions are floating around, and we are forced to pick a side. But remember, whenever you're picking a side, it always should be what. What is right? So, in this little verse, Dhritarashtra's contrast of opinions is presented very beautifully. He knows that this battle is a dharma kshetra because it's being fought for what was the right thing to do. But in the very second line, his own prejudice, his own wrong perspective, wrong drishtikon has been put out. My sons and Pandu's sons. So I hope this helps you in your daily life as well. So, and I mean it in daily life. I mean, you're going to a class, you got your test paper, you got your grades, you got your job hike, or you did not get the hike that you want. Rather than asking the question, who did what, ask what was done, was it right or not? I guess that gives us a more objective answer and the path of action. Whether what should we do should be based on what is being done, not who, right? So I hope this helps, and I'll be making more videos on this, grouping verses which carry the same feeling, and I guess how can we learn from that in our daily lives. And I'll also add a context video soon. Link would be updated in the description so that for those who do not know the context of this can carry it from there. Thank you so much.